Good morning, students. Today I'm going to conclude our chapter, so let's start. For there lay the combs, the set of combs, side and back, that Della had worshipped long in a Broadway window. Beautiful combs, pure tortoise shell, with jeweled rims, just the shade to wear in the beautiful vanished hair. Before I explain this paragraph, I want to rewind the scene. You all knew that Jim was very upset when he saw Della in her short hair. It was Christmas Eve and he also brought a gift for her. When he realized that the gift which he brought was useless, he took out the gift from his pocket and threw it on the table. Now here you can see that it is written in the paragraph, for there lay the combs, set of combs. So now let's see where our story will take a new turn. Della was looking at that package curiously. She became very happy and sad at the same time, for she had been longing, or we can say wishing, for that set of combs, which she saw them in a Broadway window. It was very beautiful, made with pure tortoise shell and adorned with jeweled rings, but she had no hair to put them or use them in her hair, which were no more long. They were expensive combs, she knew, and her heart had simply carved and yearned over them without the least hope of possession. And now they were hers, but the tresses that should have adorned the coveted adornments were gone. But she hugged them to her bosom, and at length she was able to look up with dim eyes and a smile and say, "My hair grows so fast, Jim." And then Della leaped up like a little singed cat and cried, "Oh, oh." Here, singed means what? Lightly burned. And craved means desired. And coveted means to desire something very greatly. And adornment means like decorative or ornamental. So here Della knew that the combs were very expensive. She greatly desired for that set of combs and believed that definitely one day she would possess it. And now when the combs were in her hand, she lost her long, rippling, shining hair that she would have been adorned with that tortoise shell comb. Though she lost her hair, still she kept them close to her heart and looked at her short hair with a heavy heart and smiled and assured Jim that her hair grows fast, as if she was trying to convince herself. But at last she couldn't hide her sorrow and cried bitterly. Jim had not yet seen his beautiful present. She held it out to him eagerly upon her open arm. The dull precious metal seemed to flash with a reflection of a bright and ardent spirit. "Isn't it a dandy, Jim? I hunted all over town to find it. You will have to look at the time 100 times a day now. Give me your watch. I want to see how it looks on it." Here, ardent means enthusiastic and dandy means an excellent thing. So here you can see that Della was very eager to give the Christmas gift to Jim. Yet Jim had not seen his beautiful present. Della kept the platinum fob chain in his hand, and the dull metal seemed to be shining brightly like Della's enthusiastic feelings. Now here, how that dull precious metal seemed to flash with a reflection of a bright and ardent spirit. It means that though Della lost her hair and she can't use that set of combs, but then also she was shining brightly like that shining metal. So then, I hope you understood. Della shared her experience about searching that excellent thing all over the town. She was very excited to see that how it will look on his hand. She also confirmed by asking him that whether the fob chain was an excellent thing. Instead of obeying, Jim tumbled down on the couch and put his hands under the back of his head and smiled. "Della," said he, "let's put our Christmas presents away and keep them a while. They are too nice to use just at present. I sold the watch to get the money to buy your combs, and now suppose you put the chops on." So when Jim saw that gift, he sat on the couch with the mixed feelings. Jim asked Della to keep their Christmas presents away for a while. The gifts which they brought for each other were useless at that moment. They both sacrificed their precious possession, which show their immense love. At last, Jim asked her to keep their Christmas presents away for some time and asked her to cook the chops. The Magi, as you know, were wise men, wonderfully wise men, who brought gifts to the babe in the manger. They invented the art of giving Christmas presents. Being wise, their gifts were no doubt wise ones, possibly bearing the privilege of exchange in case of duplication. And here I have lamely related to you the uneventful chronicle of two foolish children in a flat, who most unwisely sacrificed for each other the greatest treasures of their house. But in a last word to the wise of these days, let it be said that of all who gave gifts, these two were the wisest. Of all who give and receive gifts, such as they are wisest. Everywhere they are wisest. They are the Magi. The Magi, as you know, they were wonderful wise men who brought gifts to the baby Jesus in the manger. These wise men started the culture of giving Christmas presents. The Magi were the three wise men, so their gifts were also considered valuable. O. Henry compares Magi with Jim and Della. They sold the most valuable things to buy gifts for each other, and ironically, neither of them was able to use the gifts they received. However, Henry concludes that these two, Jim and Della, were the wisest in their own way. Here, we can say that author is suggesting that their gifts were very valuable and special to both of them. Their precious things which they lost in order to give something special to their partner is proof of their love for each other, which is a wise gift after all. So students, I hope that you understood well this chapter, the explanation of this chapter. I want to thank you for listening attentively. You will get the link for question answers and word meanings. Try to write answers of reference to context yourself and complete your notes. Thank you once again.